Hello and welcome to another episode of Startup Hustle Middle East. We're finally recording from our home studio post-pandemic. And it's really fun because we have Leo Dovbenko here. He is the co-founder and CEO of Yalla Market. So welcome to our studio recording after 2.5 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Quite cool studio, actually.
He's
Thank
responsible
you.
for all of it. The lighting, the cameras.
I think your neighbors are happy sometimes. Yeah.
It doesn't get very loud here. Next step is soundproofing, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But welcome to the show. The success of Yalla Market is quite exciting. You were mentioning before we started that it's going to be 1 year since your first transaction tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about your background as well as an elevator pitch of Yalla Market.
My name is Leo. Yeah, so I am all my life in food tech business. Actually started as a waiter in a restaurant, then become manager, general manager, then opened my first own restaurant. It was 2007.
Wow.
I had 5 finally, and still I am owner of small offline chain. It's somewhere between retail and cafe.
Okay.
Maybe something like 7-Eleven, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is in Russia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I have started to implement IT in my own restaurants, and it was passion, and out of idea to provide to restaurants some IT technologies, I have created largest company in my homeland. We own right now 40% of market share.
Wow.
So 4 restaurants out of 10 work with some of my companies. It's like group of companies, 12 businesses.
Okay. Is this ICO?
ICO, it is main product, but so we have different, product, bespoke development teams, like service companies, consulting companies. So all about restaurants and IT.
Okay.
600 employees.
Okay.
Yeah, so quite
Nice. So it's like a restaurant management software,
Like POS?
The purpose is to close any IT request of any restaurant from one window.
Okay.
Sometimes they need something bespoke. Sometimes they need just to implement some product. Sometimes they need some advice.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
And is this tech also related to support restaurants in terms of aggregators as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. So once this business became quite big, I was started to think where to scale it abroad, and finally Dubai was chosen.
Okay.
Out of many options.
Okay.
So yes, and so I came here 5 years back just for vacation and to do test sales. It was successful. So 4 years back I landed here to start ICO Middle East. That was quite successful journey. ICO Middle East right now is player number 2 in the market.
Okay.
So maybe 12% of market share in Emirates.
Okay.
Very cool.
Company profitable, growing like 3 times every year. Carrefour, Papa John's among customers.
Okay,
so
amazing.
it was quite fantastic. Yeah.
So it's not just restaurants, it's also
Carrefour
food tech.
Carrefour has food courts inside hypermarkets.
Okay.
So we automate whatever cooks food, and serve people. So it's not retail business of Carrefour, but HoReCa business of Carrefour.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then how did you come upon the idea of Yalla Market, and how did you kick that off?
Oh, actually, it was, 2 interesting things. First, once I established ICO, I started opening office of another our business. It is Docs and Box. It is a purchasing system for restaurants.
Okay.
So
Purchasing system.
It is the tool which helps to automate purchasing.
So
Like
you
of
know you
ingredients.
need 8 kilos of chicken and all of that, and it sees the trends and then
and in Russia it is it's quite huge business, 200 employees, so customers love it. Here, 0 product market fit, so nobody needs digitalization of purchasing in restaurants.
Okay.
And we did several pivots and finally found ourselves that we have warehouse, tomatoes,
Oh.
in it our own vans, and we delivering tomatoes to restaurants.
Okay.
So because in Russia restaurants need tool to automate purchasing, in Dubai, people need tomatoes and chicken. They don't need tools to buy tomatoes.
It's because of what? Like
Why do you think the difference?
Russia is very, very innovative country in terms of IT. So Dubai is something like maybe 10 years behind.
Really?
So because of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you think 10 years from now people will be using automated?
Obviously, no doubts. And actually, during last half year, startups in this segment raised maybe $50 million
Okay.
only in Dubai.
Food tech
So
automation.
B2B, yeah, B2B.
B2B,
side.
yeah.
Nice.
I think maybe COVID and the pandemic forced people to adapt to technology a bit quicker.
Exactly. Yes.
Because you just can't rely on people, and I mean, you can rely on people. I mean that it just changed the market dynamics, and a lot of the customers, whether it's B2B or B2C, that weren't living online and shopping online or naturally digitally native probably moved into like buying more online and using tools a lot more. So it probably, I've found that it's changed a little bit since.
So usually people already changed habits in terms of consumer behavior. So they used to order everything online.
Yeah.
So the same goes right now into B2B. They come to work and they want to do the same, like,
Yes.
like Yalla market
Yeah.
experience. They don't want to send Excels through emails.
Yeah.
So it's very old fashioned. But at the same so like we found ourselves, delivering tomatoes to restaurants and everything was fine. The only one problem is that we were, IT guys, and we actually did not want to do deliveries. We wanted to do software.
Sure.
Yeah.
And second point, in Dubai, the unit economics of B2B purchasing is negative.
Okay.
So it's like only Uber game. So you will lose money on every transaction. So we decided not to go, and we just shut down the project. The name was Taurit. And then we were thinking, okay, we have already warehouse, we have ones, we deliver tomatoes, where we can maybe make more money on tomatoes. Obviously, let's do on B2C side.
Okay.
So that's how we pivoted finally to Yalla market. At the same time, in Russia, we have right now 4 companies. Each of these companies has more than 500 drugstores.
Okay.
Right now, 60% of Russian citizens never visit offline shops. Last 3
Really?
years, so penetration is very huge.
Okay.
Yeah, and in Russia, you can get anything you want in 15 minutes. So for us, it's it's like already happened. So
Yeah.
Okay.
disrupted. So there is no offline shops. So the industry disrupted, and I was supplying Russian companies with IT on very early stage. And
Okay.
so it's like somebody can open 50 stores in a month.
Right.
How come? And then every month. So
Wow.
we saw how fast it can grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because of that, actually during these times, maybe something like 17 companies all over the world were founded by Russian-speaking founders.
Wow.
Yeah, because this Russian wonder, it already happened, but nobody knows in the world about it, because all these companies are quite large. One of them belongs to largest Russian bank, another one to Yandex, which is Russian Google.
Yeah.
So they never, raised money publicly. So
Okay.
it happened, in stealth mode.
Quietly.
Yeah, and I guess it's serving such a large market as well. So the scope to grow, and especially when it's related to technology and the audience is expecting that from technology. Yeah, I wasn't aware that about this. So
Yeah, I didn't realize Russia had such a huge technology sector.
yeah.
So we are very strong actually, yes, in food tech and in fintech. So Russian banks actually are best of the
Okay.
best.
Okay.
That's cool.
Are you facing frustrations with
Oh, here, yes.
the
I
banking
swear.
system here?
I love Dubai banks.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that offline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So
So and that's how actually we started. So elevator pitch. Actually, finally, what do you think right now about Yalla market? So there are people in Dubai. We call them Dubai achievers. So people who came to Dubai to do something. Usually, time is very important for them, and they don't want actually, to know what is the price of tomatoes in the market. They just need something immediately.
right.
And for such kind of people, we have created unique scenario where they can get, tomatoes, cheese, eggs, cucumbers, along with espresso, croissant, carbonara, and eggs in one order in 15 minutes. So actually, such kind of people, they are passionate about like what do they do, and they don't have enough time for planning. Because of that, they always make mistakes. That suddenly they need to eat, but usually
there's no groceries.
There is no groceries. So and we fix such kind of mistakes. So that's what Yalla Market does.
Okay.
Cool.
And how do you actually deliver it within 15 minutes? Like, how is it set up? Are you tied up with grocery stores, or is everything happening through the dispatch of your warehouses?
Yeah, so that's the point. To like 15 minutes. First of all, why 15 minutes? Because 15 minutes it is exactly as fast as immediately. So 20 minutes you need already to plan it. Because sometimes you need like school bus arriving, so like 20 minutes too long.
Right.
So like 15 minutes or less, it is, so that's why it's important. So to deliver in 15 minutes, what happens after the order? So actually even before the order, because the ordering time is also included into 15 minutes. So it's like 15 minutes from firing and up. So like 1 minute customer need to place an order. So to provide the function, the possibility to order so quickly, it's also, quite comprehensive work, because 3,000 of SKUs,
right?
And place an order quite fast, so it's like not so simple. Then 2 minutes it is picking time. It is the time we need to pack an order. Then 6 minutes it is maximum time of our rider is on the way.
Okay.
So it's already only 6 minutes, and then another 6 minutes to find customer, pass through security, like, and find him traffic jam and lifts and so on. So and to do it, on a scale with quite short period of time, obviously you need to own full vertical. So you can't grab groceries from external shops. Because like it's impossible to do it in 2 minutes, because you never know stock in online from external shop. So because of that, Yalla Market is vertical retail business. So we have our own dark stores, we have our own stock, our own mobile app, our own full-time riders. Yeah, so and that's how and only because we control each step of it, so it's possible.
That's how you can deliver.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So how many locations do you guys have for your warehouses or storage?
Right now 7. We have 7 across Dubai: Marina, GLT, Bay, Deira, Al Wasl, Silicon Oasis, and GVC.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, but difficult. It must be challenging to scale this business model, right? Because like every location, you need to set up a new warehouse and all that.
It's quite simple. Not quite simple, but it's 200 square meters. It's and actually it's not warehouse. So usually we take the spaces where some shop was before.
Okay.
So we can say it's like shop, but people can't enter the shop.
Okay. So it's like a dark shop.
Dark shop. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So you guys have basically created a system where you can take a shop, convert it into like a like a delivery facility within a short amount of time, and turn that around quickly, right?
Yeah. So the fastest one we opened it in a week time.
Wow, that's quick.
That is amazing. And do you have something like a warehouse management system as well that allows your team to pick and pack an order in like 2 minutes?
So in retail they have it was quite surprising for me. So they have very old-fashioned software. So retail can't know their stock in real time. In real time. So what does real time means? You have, for example, 4 packages of tomatoes and 5 customers trying to place an order. So all retail systems will allow to order all of them,
5,
and one of them will be disappointed. Because only at the end of the journey customer will understand that he will be without tomatoes. Because nobody else will understand it during the process. So because of that, all dark store businesses like Yalla Market must create own IT system. Just because they don't exist, so you can't buy it. So we have also full stack of IT, from mobile app to warehouse management, ERP.
So your inventory real time.
That's the main, the most important part of our business. It is the system which we have created, have developed internally, which controls stock like in real time.
And do you think this system is something that you would also create a separate business out of where other grocery chains and stores that are selling online can also use the system, or do you think this will be proprietary to?
I did 16 businesses where we do soft and sell it to some merchants.
Right.
So this time I want to do an end business. We are building vertical retail company. We call it company Cyborg. So it's partly consist of warehouses, drivers, and such kind of stuff.
Okay.
And another part it is IT.
Okay.
So how does it feel going from being like a pure tech stack to being now into warehousing and food, products, like your
having inventory,
refrigeration, all that kind of stuff, logistics, having drivers and all that? Like, I'm sure the complexity must be a lot more, right? And the challenges in that compared to being a pure tech company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so it's actually our main competence once again as we
correct. Yeah, it's a differentiator.
Before 15 years we spent building different IT for food tech, so it's like
that's easy. That's the easy part.
Not easy, but yeah. So
not easy, but that's something that you have a lot of experience in and you're very familiar with. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were lucky when we were launching Yalla. We found startup in Europe, and they did actually the same. Mm-hmm. But they, were not so successful in raising money.
Okay.
And they were out of money. They were about to shut down, and we acquired the company with source code, with developers team.
Okay.
So then we deployed out the source code and started.
No.
So and they spent quite decent time and money to build the product before us.
Yeah.
So some of the feasibility testing was
so
done.
maybe one or 2 years we saved on it.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
so
amazing.
Speaking of that, you guys were able to go from idea to deployment in how long? 45 days?
47 days from idea to first transaction on external shop, and then 10 weeks till first transaction on our own dark store.
Yeah, that's
so
a crazy time frame.
For 47 days.
Yeah, and we did not have bank account.
Obviously, we gotta love the banking system. Yeah.
So I'm guessing this acquisition had to do a lot with that time frame because to set up this whole ecosystem that you guys have must be challenging. So how are you able to do it in such a short amount of time?
Actually, when we did MVP, so we did not have mobile app, obviously. So we took some web app,
okay,
SaaS based. So just uploaded item list and so on. And we took some simple storehouse management system, connected it, and started.
Okay.
So it was like Shopify style of solutions.
Oh, nice. So you use that to test demand?
Yeah, because first it was I saw when I came to your building, so there is an ads of non 15 minutes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I was pitching in April of last year 15 minutes delivery, most of Dubai investors told me, Leo, people don't need 15 minutes delivery. People will wait. It's not an issue. So how fast it changed, yes?
In
every door.
in 1 year. In 1 year.
Yeah.
So not just that, what Noon did as part of the 15-minute delivery is, because this is a fairly big community where we live, they left like a goodie bag and then they said 15-minute delivery on it with some treats and stuff. So that's how they raised awareness within this community, which has 3,000 apartments or something.
Like that.
So yeah.
So speaking of
so once again, and coming back to so we wanted to check that people really need it, because maybe investors were right, so that's why we decided to start like with very
MVP.
simple solutions and just to check retention. So will people repeat on orders or not?
Okay, cool. So I'm guessing that test was successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I was wondering about is customer acquisition must be challenging in this market. There are competitors like Noon now, as you said, and InstaShop and stuff. So I'm guessing the key is customer retention, right? Because customer acquisition must be expensive in this industry.
Yes, actually, like first customers, Business Bay was our second store.
Okay.
Yes, first customers, I was personally chasing them inside executive towers. So what I did exactly, I was staying on Spinneys or Choitrams.
Okay.
So
There's both, yeah.
some shop, yeah. So and when people with packaging were moving to lifts, on this way, I was pitching them. So why are you going by legs?
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they don't have choice. They must talk to me because they have
a long walk.
At the same time, it's right moment. So actually, yeah. So all first customers were like that. So just verbal pitching.
Okay.
Yeah. But then in the first pivot and the first business model, customer acquisition cost was something like maybe $30-$40.
Okay.
So which is affordable.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
And we tested all channels obviously. So
$30-$40, yeah, but what they're spending is significantly higher than that. So
no, it's not about the spend, it's about lifetime value, right?
Yeah.
Like this, for
Yeah,
this business,
but
you
I'm
might be
curious.
ordering every day.
Yeah, so what is the lifetime value like?
so
what is the retention rate?
Not all deliveries are same. So because as actually it's retail. So in retail you have Alimaya, you have Spinneys, you have Choitrams.
Right.
Yeah, and you
Lulu
have
and all
Lulu, discounters, and so on. So there are different segments, different price levels,
Right.
different type of audience, and in Dubai, different nationalities.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and in different types of delivery also. The situation is very different. So in our case, we have right now something like 10 orders per customer per month.
Okay, that's good.
Something like 100 per year. So LTV is $2,000.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
First year in LTV. Because we are 1 year old company. And the retention. So after let's say 4 months, 25% of customers becoming super users and placing these 10 orders per month.
Oh, that's
Okay.
very
So
good.
then another 25 becoming just users. So we are not main channel for them. So they use us sometimes, like 4 times per month or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and all the rest switching to other players because Yalla Market isn't the cheapest provider of the market. So
it's the fastest.
for example, you can find most expensive tomatoes in the town only in Yalla Market. So
Okay.
so we are not,
Why always tomatoes?
because it's very hard to find good tomatoes in Dubai.
I agree.
And because
by the way.
I personally love tomatoes, and in Yalla we actually import right now tomatoes from Tashkent, from Uzbekistan.
no way.
Each 2 days by plane.
So are these tomatoes better than what you find everywhere
So
else?
it's like the only one tomatoes in Dubai which smells like tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
So I have to order from Yalla Market
It's,
specifically for the tomatoes.
The
it's,
best tomatoes in town.
Yeah.
It's main insight about retention, Power BI, coupons, vouchers, promo offers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So retention 50%. So then good tomatoes, retention 100%.
I see.
So what we understand, if people like food, they repeat in orders. So that's my insight about
I see. They don't care about the discounts or the price or anything like that.
No, but it's true, right? Like
Yeah, it's
if
totally
you get
true.
quality at even
If you
it's
get quality and
expensive,
convenience, you're willing to pay a
and
premium.
I'm guessing that's the customer segment you're going after, not the cheapest, like probably like a Lulu customer.
In Dubai, it's very special place. So there are many, discount lovers, people who are chasing offers. So it's also okay. It's just not about us, but it's okay. So there are many other businesses who love them. So and can work with them. We can't. So it's not on our model.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is earlier you said that you've defined your target audience is Dubai achievers, people that have moved to Dubai to make a life for themselves, are really busy, are last minute planners when it comes to food and appreciate the convenience. And generally, like considering my field, I've met a lot of founders who have not zeroed in on who's their target audience. And I think that that's really helped the business, that you're like, I'm not going after the discount lover because they'll never change from a Lulu customer to a Yalla Market customer. They will compare the price of tomatoes.
It will take from me 20 years to build another Lulu. So it's not so simple.
Yeah.
Lulu, it's huge machine.
Yeah. So I think that focus on the target audience is really great. I'm curious. Also, you said there's 3 other founders too as part of Yalla Market.
4 founders.
4 founders and all.
And 3 top managers. Yeah.
Okay. So when you came up with the idea, what role do the other founders play?
So we have another one, Daniel. He is previously he built the largest meal subscription business, like KCal or Call
Sure.
Up.
Yes.
So something like that. He has largest business also in this segment, like thousands of employees.
Okay.
So
Here or somewhere else?
in this region in Russia, yeah. So, but
Okay.
he lives also in Dubai. 1 year or something. Yeah, so he is managing CEO of the company in terms of business operations. So he is responsible for all B2C things, retention,
Okay.
product, test,
Okay.
ready meals,
Mm-hmm.
like assortment, commerce, margin. So
Okay.
all the stuff on him. And my background is mostly on B2B side, so that's why for me it's like quite simple to raise money and do some partnerships.
Okay.
He is from B2C
Okay.
part,
Okay.
so he feels customers, better than me. So another guy is Vadim. He was our first investor, but then he got involved, moved to Dubai, and joined the team for full time as co-founder.
Okay.
He's like our CEO backend, so legal, lawyers, banks,
Okay.
contracts, finance,
Yeah.
so such kind of stuff. And Stas, my fellow partner, we work with him maybe 15 years.
Okay.
Actually, all previous IT businesses we did together, so he's looking after IT.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So
So,
you got
it's all
experience team.
Russian.
Yeah, Russian speaking. So
Russian
so,
speaking.
Daniel, he is like Israeli guy. Vadim from Greece.
Okay.
So, but Russian speaking. Yeah, and we have several top managers. So, for example, from day one, Esther joined us. She like 20 years in assortment and category management in Dubai.
Okay.
Okay.
So then Chandan moved to us from India. He was COO of Swiggy. It is like
Swiggy.
Zamata, like after Zamata,
Yeah.
second player in India.
Okay.
So like
Yeah,
he
Swiggy
built
is huge. Yeah.
he built 150 dark stores. So like he is responsible for operations.
Okay.
Yeah, and several other guys who.
And how have you put together this team? Has it been primarily you rallying people to join Yalla Market?
Yeah.
Because you have a very strong team, like with which really like each person is doing a role that they're best suited and fit for.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that's helped you raise money quite a bit? The profile of your team members and the history?
Yeah, obviously, because anyway, at early stage there is no
It's
sense.
people.
There is no sense to check numbers or
Right.
forecasts. It does not matter. It's bullshit. So only team.
Yeah, yeah.
So speaking of fundraising, you guys have raised now $11 million.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and before we started recording, you were telling me you had a weekly fundraise kind of approach.
Agenda,
So yeah, could you elaborate on like how that works? Because that's very interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, my main competence is B2B sales.
Okay.
So all my life I was selling something to companies, to restaurants in my case, but so and I did the same with fundraising. So there are different channels. So like I have like audiences, angel investors from my parent countries, Russia and Ukraine,
Okay.
and angel investors from Dubai. Because I know some people already here. I'm 4 years here.
Okay.
Did several businesses before and so on. So then there are syndicates also from my part of the world, from this part of the world. Then we have small VCs also from both sides. Then we have large VCs. Then we have just GCC think family offices. It is like offices of one particular
Family.
Like high net worth individuals.
Yeah. And they actually behave as angels, but they can invest huge money because they have them. And so I started working simultaneously on all channels. So we were quite like first money actually we got maybe after 1 week after start.
Wow.
Okay.
Actually I started, I just did Instagram stories. that we are going to build dark stores in Dubai, and like in a week time I received first check. So
Oh, really?
Wow.
we did not have even pitch deck, so it was
Oh my God.
So
through Instagram.
Okay,
some
but-
VC was looking to invest in dark stores or bring that concept. to
So
the
when
country.
we started, dark store idea was on super hype. So
Okay.
Yeah.
everybody wanted to invest in dark stores. Right now, dark stores business becoming as we work. Is second we work.
Okay.
So it's like, like people think it's bullshit. There are some very interesting guys who like writing articles that it will never be profitable, blah, blah, blah. So like right now it's not so
Hot.
not
Yeah.
so hot. Yeah, I even can say it's cold because during last half year, maybe 10 companies were shut down all over the world.
Okay.
And every week, even in Pakistan, the
Yeah.
most funded Pakistan startup, Airlift,
Okay.
I don't know about this.
shut down 2 weeks back. Yeah. So.
Okay.
in the dark store space.
Yeah, I will explain then why it happens. Yeah, but yeah. So so angels, then syndicates. We have several, and also it was like quite funny story. So I came to Nadir Bassett, who was my partner in previous business. Explained him about super fast delivery. He was the guy who told me, Leo, people don't need super fast delivery, they will wait. After that, he changed his mind, invested. he introduced us to the angel investors.
Okay.
Obviously, I strongly recommend, very interesting group, and like 80
Yeah.
actively investing people.
Yeah, we've had them on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was quite interesting pitch, because during my pitch, some guy ordered it in Yalla market, and we had at that time only one store in GLT in cluster M, so like on the far side,
Okay.
and pitch was in N5.
Ah.
Which is Media City. Actually, it was so the order was delivered in 10 minutes, but it was lucky. I like did not notify anybody before, so it was
nice.
luck. It was luck.
Okay.
Order
Wow.
was delivered in 10 minutes, so they were excited.
That's
Like,
amazing.
$500,000. So it was, $500,000 chocolate. It's the bill still on the wall. Yeah, it was chocolate.
That's amazing. That's
Nice.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So then we got in touch with Fadi Vamda, and he invested in us as well.
Okay.
As Vamda
Fadi Gandur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
nice,
they are
yeah.
our investors. Yeah, and we have one more VC from Portugal, Flyer One Ventures.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and plenty. So
I think once you raise a few rounds, isn't it easier to raise the other rounds, because it's like, okay, this institutional investor believes in it, this angel investor company, angel investor network believes in this product, so there's that validation and due diligence has already been done, so I'm a little bit more comfortable also investing. Do you think that that's the case?
yeah, obviously it's like good journey when you did pitch deck, raised money from Sequoia Capital, then they did follow on, then SoftBank came on round B.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's maybe like the
That's
good way.
the ideal.
But I need to run. I don't need,
Yeah.
Sometimes you need just to run, and such big guys, like from Angel, I can close the deal in a day. So just small conversation, money transferred. With VC,
Yeah.
even
Term
even
sheets
if
and term sheets and term
even if they agree, so then some process,
Yeah. Due
legal guys.
diligence. And
So 2, 3, 4, 5 months.
Mm.
So like startup can die during this time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't by any means mean that it's easy, but I mean that if there is a couple of fundraising rounds already under your belt, then
Is
I
it easier to
assume
get?
at least the introductions and the conversations, there's a little bit less resistance.
Yeah, so that's how exactly we did. It's like we had pre-seed round, then we had seed round, and right now we're in process of pre-series A. But we don't have, it's usually people used to have 4 rounds. So we don't have lead investor.
Right.
We don't have deadline. We need to close this round before 1st of August, for example.
Okay.
We just,
Constantly working.
there is current valuation, there is offer. If you believe, invest. If you don't believe, don't invest. Once we will raise the amount, what will happen? Valuation will be doubled next day, and we will start next round. So that's how it works. So
Okay.
that's why it never stops. So we like raised it first round, closed it, doubled valuation, started next one, and so on. So right now we are in third one.
Okay.
So are you guys doing mostly like convertible notes or like pure equity rounds?
So right now it's convertible notes still, but so we already created in a DGM holding company.
Okay.
So we are about to open bank account for holding.
47 days later.
Once we will open bank account, we will start issuing shares. So actually we wanted to do equity from day one because all our safes are with cap. So it's not discounted safes. It's like each investor knows what exactly valuation he had when he transfer money. But because it took some time to establish holding, then bank account, then article was so
yeah. Sometimes the paperwork can be challenging.
But actually they're good. So because like 5 years back it was simply impossible. Right now a DGM, quite flexible structure, very close to C Corp Delaware. So it's a very big move for Dubai.
Cool.
When we speak to founders, like fundraising is time consuming, it's a long process, it's often disheartening and things. And I think a lot of founders struggle with how much emphasis to place on the fundraising versus the actual running of the business. So do you come across that challenge as well, since you're quite like aggressive on the fundraising thing? Like, I'm not going to wait till I absolutely need the money. I'm going to keep raising as I go. So do you feel like you struggle with the
it depends on the model. For example, in B2B SaaS, most of businesses like which I did for software, we did quite good businesses without any investments.
Correct.
Because in B2B you just create some idea, then you sell to customers, take advance payment, and that's your investments actually. So only in one startup you have raised money, and so it took some time, you raise, and then 2 years you don't need money. And usually in my previous model, one round is enough to achieve break even, and then you use only profit. Because like in our past business, like you charge restaurant 1 year ahead. If they trust you, they pay 1 year ahead, and
then it helps your cash flow. Then it's just about sales.
Working capital.
In Yalla market, so it is retail once again, despite it's very modern, but it's retail. So retail can be
cost intensive,
good business only at a scale. In our case, scale, it is like 500 dark stores and 1 billion of annual turnover. So that's the scale. So at the same time, we need to pass through common stages. Find product market fit, find segment, find channel, and only after that grow in a profitable way till this 500 dark stores. And but so because we are sure that like we will finish the model in October, so it will become profitable and scalable without any things. After that, we need to scale it rapidly. So the budget of the model is something like $50-60 million for this part of the world. So and you can't be small. So you either $1 billion turnover, either you die. So there is no like in B2B SaaS.
There is no lifestyle.
In B2B SaaS, you can be small like 5-10 years, and then suddenly you're big. So in this case, in retail,
you need scale.
So that's why I decided that fundraising is just part of business model, because the company can be only big, can be sustainable only at a scale.
Only with scale.
So and because of that, I have created cap table and group of founders to support business model. So I need the guy who understands in food. And then how to make money off it. I need the guy who understands IT. I need the guy who understands legal lawyers, these finance things and so on, which is Vadim. And I need the guy who will be fundraising like a hell. So it's me. So that's how the company was set from day one.
Cool.
And right now Yalla market is specifically Dubai, or also
only
other
only
Emirates?
Only Dubai.
So as part of scale, are you thinking other Emirates? Are you thinking other markets in the Middle East, other regions?
Sure, like step by step. Obviously, second city Abu Dhabi.
Fine.
Then other Emirates, then Saudi, then Oman, Qatar, Bahrain. So actually, the quick commerce, it is very nice model, and actually customers like it.
What is Q-commerce? Quick commerce?
Quick commerce, like 15 minutes delivery.
But before we started the conversations with Yalla Market, I hadn't heard Q-commerce
It's
much.
like new word.
New buzzword.
Yeah, and so it's very nice model. People love it. The problem is that only 25 cities in the world can have quick commerce as profitable, sustainable business.
Because of infrastructure? Or?
Infrastructure, salaries, regulations, and many other obstacles. For example, like in USA, driver salary $20 per hour.
Right.
Average order value $20 per hour.
Yeah.
Even in Excel,
Yeah.
you can't make it profitable.
Yeah. So only 15 cities in the world.
25 cities, and we are lucky. 12 of them are in GCC.
Okay.
So
this is a good market to be in. Amazing.
yeah, because buying power of population it is very high, and
Salaries
and
are
salary
lower.
no, not because people from countries
Different parts
around
of the
want
world,
to come
yes.
here to
Yeah.
So
So you'll capture those 12 cities.
yeah, so GCC countries and 3 in Africa. So.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Cool.
Very cool.
So what's your timeline look like to your $1 billion turnover?
So we want to do it in 3 years, but obviously, so we are not in hurry. So once again, because many companies already did mistakes. So in Europe, guys burned billions of dollars and crashed. So
Yeah.
so step by step. So first product, loyal customers, profitable way of scaling, and then scaling.
Okay.
Great.
And
I
you were
think
going
that's
to
a good
share some
approach.
stories about what's happened with the dark stores, or specifically in the case of the Pakistan startup that
I actually don't know too much about Pakistan, but I believe that in Pakistan, expenses are very low, but buying power of also not so good, and also mentality. I believe among Pakistan people too many discount lovers, just because of mentality.
and maybe
in Russia, in
digital
small cities,
partnership.
it's actually same. So it's like just mental set of population.
Okay.
So like for example, people from Britain, they are not so
Cost conscious.
Yeah, so they are not, for them it's better, to spend time on themselves rather than find better price.
Yeah.
So
I think it also is like the value of your time, right? Like over here, maybe the value of your time might be 400 dirhams an hour, right?
Yeah.
But in like a place like Pakistan, maybe it's 400 rupees an hour. So like you'd rather spend the
that
extra
extra
time to save a little bit of money versus
even there is a point in small cities, it's like social event to go to shop.
Yeah.
You put your best dress,
Yes.
So that's why you can't use delivery, because it's like occasion to go out.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's your
Yeah,
little outing for the day.
so the problem that once again in quick commerce you need to be very big. So everybody wants to be big, and so everybody thinks that they need to scale as fast as they can to become big.
Right.
So they raise billions of dollars and started burning them on discounts. So they offer discounts to customers, growing very fast, but these customers are not in love with you. They are with you because of money. Once you switch off the discounts, you finally understand that half of customers, it's not your customers.
Right.
They return by legs to shops.
Yeah.
And this is disaster, disappointment, and many companies, they were thinking, we will pump, then switch off discount, and customers will stay. No.
Yeah.
They don't stay.
I mean, like a lot of companies try to do that. Like Uber was successful, I think, but now they're feeling that pinch again, right? Like they also subsidize their taxi rides for so long to acquire customers.
If you are, amazing founder and you believe you will be able to keep investors 15 years excited to pump your business, maybe it's okay. I am not such kind of guy.
Did you see the show? What was the Uber show called? It's not We Crashed. We Crashed was We Were.
Super Pumped.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I think it was a good show.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
and We Crashed was interesting too. Yeah.
Did you see We Crashed, which is about WeWork? Yeah. So like you've been doing this for a long time. You've worked on 16 businesses, startups, etc. You've obviously like worked out and learned from your past and implemented a lot of that in Yalla Market. But I'm curious to know, are there any mistakes or any learnings that you'd like to share from the Yalla market experience?
So never pump revenue in this part of the world, especially. So this is, because actually, obviously, we also did it at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah. So it's.
What do you mean by pump
yeah.
revenue?
It's like when you have fake retention because of discounts. So you offer discounts, and you think like you have retention.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
don't fall for that trap. That's a good learning.
Yes, especially here, because once again, the point of the buy, many businesses starting every day, and to start they offer discounts.
Yeah.
So from customers' eyes, there is somebody always in the market offering discounts.
Right.
So when you started, what did you use as a hook for acquisition? The 15-minute delivery?
15 minutes delivery, and in our case it was successful. The idea to replace this scenario when you need to carry bags, especially with water, such kind of things. So that's what we catch it out of pitching customers on their way to lifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that something that you use in your communication and your messaging, that you don't have to carry bags with water? Because it's a good one.
Like I spent in conversations with customers, many hours, and still I call personally to all our super users.
Okay.
So and they do carry bags because they don't trust online grocery services.
Okay.
So, and to understand why they don't trust and how to overcome it. So, to do it, you need to talk to customers.
Yeah.
Right.
And I believe that it's common mistake not to talk to customers, just send some advertisement with discount and enjoy the revenue, but it's not the business. It's just, just frictions, just transactions.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I believe, and, especially in Dubai, where you have language barrier, it's very hard to talk to customers. I mean, we are all speaking on non-native language, so sometimes it's hard to understand what's behind the words.
Right.
Yeah.
What's emotion. So I believe advice is to talk to customers as much as you can.
Okay.
I think that's a good recommendation.
Yeah. I've also seen with certain brands and companies that we work with, they started getting into the discount phase where they offer 30 to 70% off all the time, and now they're stuck. And they've been doing this for a couple of years. And they're like, we can't take away the discount, because the minute we take away the discount for one day, we see a drop in our footfall in our store. And it really dilutes the brand equity to do that. And like you said, loyalty is also very fickle, I feel, in this market, where people aren't entirely loyal to you when they're loyal to the price point.
Yeah, it could be if it's model like entertainer, very good model. So so if it's like part of the model, then why not? I mean, just need to make it conscious.
Yeah, but I think the trouble is when your primary customer acquisition strategy is the discount.
Yeah.
It's not like usually what people are hoping is that you're gonna change somebody's method of doing things.
Yeah.
Like you get them hooked on Uber. Now people are used to calling for cabs, and now even if we raise the price by 20%, people still do that because they're used to that convenience. That's the strategy,
I
right?
still use Uber despite their price being like 3 times what it used to be. So there will be some suckers like me that will be like, okay, I'm too loyal.
But maybe you'll switch to Kareem. Like maybe Dubai Taxi will implement their own app service. What you care about is the app, not Uber, right? So they were successful in converting you into this new way of doing things, but a competitor might take it away from them. So that's the trouble of burning.
Yeah.
But it's also...
And that's why they actually lost many international markets, because local player was simply better.
Or cheaper.
Yeah.
In Russia,
cheaper, or regulations as well. That was another barrier for them. So I also think it's interesting that you've identified, Q-commerce is implementable in 27 cities, 12 of which are in this region. This is the right region to be in.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, I mean it's implementable in terms of being profitable business.
Right.
yeah.
In New York, you can pump it. So if you like, if
Yeah,
you're
but
as
you don't
good as
want a
Kalanick,
business
yeah, if you're as good as
that's burning.
Kalanick, and so you can pump,
Yeah.
many years until it will
Yeah.
happen. So then why not? But
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
here
Okay.
it can be profitable.
Okay. What advice would you give to founders that are maybe outside of Q-commerce? Because we've discussed specifically what you've learned with Yalla Market,
Yeah.
but you have a lot of experience in
Companies.
starting successful companies, a lot of which you didn't fundraise for as well. So I'm very curious to know what your advice would be.
Just do, I am a part of growing Yalla. I am also angel investor. I have maybe 14 already investments.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Yeah. So I never invested in Tesla shares. For
Okay.
me, it's much better to give money to Sam Ahmed and then maybe
Then Elon Musk.
and then help him,
Yeah.
to do something. So that's how I usually act. So like if you're doing something, you just can come to me and pitch me. Maybe you will get money or at least advice.
Yeah.
So
Do you specifically invest in things related to food tech?
yeah, I am trying to be in food tech. So because it's
Okay, that's your area of expertise.
so anything related to food. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Very cool.
Do you also believe that InstaShop's success and them maybe opening the market up to people ordering groceries online and everything has helped with Yalla Market as well? That you haven't had to do that education of buying
For
groceries
sure.
online?
InstaShop is actually amazing, great company. I have checked all, grocery aggregators all over the world, and it seems InstaShop is company number one in the world
Okay.
by many reasons. So what did they do is actually amazing. Yeah, obviously they
Grew the
did
market.
Did this, learning curve.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is you guys are available
On InstaShop as well.
Yeah.
I would think that they would probably be your competitor, but because you're a dark.
We are vertical retail business.
Okay.
So Carrefour is our competitor, not InstaShop.
Okay.
Spin is Lulu,
Okay.
Choitrams. And
Okay.
not exactly because different segments and
Yeah.
and so on, but so that's type of business we are competing to. So we are listed to InstaShop, to Talabat, and we are going to be listed to Zomato, to Deliveroo, to Noon,
Okay.
to all platforms.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that helps with creating brand awareness for
Yeah,
Yalla
obviously,
Market as well,
And,
so,
in-
and bigger audience.
Yeah, in 21st century, you need to have as much sales channels as you can. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you still primarily want people to use your own app, right? I'm
so
guessing.
we're not primary. So actually, yes, it's like most, like we have most.
Profitable.
Yeah, most sales right now for all mobile app. Obviously, for us, it's simply because we control everything. So but at Aggregators also we are working right now hard to make an integration. So we will be the first business in Dubai who will be fully automated with all aggregators where everything goes through API. So once we will finish it, actually for us it will be does not matter. Our own app, InstaShop, or Talabat. So we aim to provide unique assortment, unique test within 15 minutes delivery. So the showcase does not matter.
So when you guys get on these aggregators, how do you maintain your 15 minutes? Because then logistics is usually handled by the aggregator side.
In our case, usually it's on us.
Okay, so you have a choice.
That's the secret, yeah. And secondly, obviously you need to have very good integration.
Yeah.
Because to avoid out of stocks, to have 100% fulfillment rate, to catch drivers faster. So it's impossible to do in super fast way, in manual way. So that's why we are working with aggregators, but behind the front, we are.
You're managing the logistics.
We are not. So we are right now developing integrations which will make the customer experience as seamless, seamless at the same level through our app and through Talabat app, through Zomato.
Okay.
So this is our target. So that's what to do.
Cool.
Because customers love InstaShop, customers love Zomato. We don't want them, to think
switch
too much.
to a new platform.
So we just want for them to buy from us our unique food. Within 15 minutes delivery.
Okay.
And those margins and all make sense even even if you go through an aggregator or through your own app.
Yeah. So the point is that actually I have created this concept, many years back in my Russian business, which is like 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
So uniting coffee, drinks, ready food, and some grocery assortment under one roof.
Mm-hmm.
We have created the business which has, like restaurant level of margin with retail level of traffic.
Okay.
And this creates super profitable unit, which is scalable. And here we do it through delivery. So we have coffee shop implemented inside, like dark coffee shop inside our dark store. We are working on ready food, salads, wraps. So we will have 300 of SKUs. We have our own kitchen.
Wow.
So we are creating our own, things. We have our self-imported items as well. All this helps us to create a very good margin, and we have good enough margin to share it with aggregators to avoid, some, because, in aggregator we share with them margin, but at the same time we have zero acquisition cost, isn't it? So
that's true. It balances out.
So that's very synergetical thing.
No, but exactly. This is what I was asking. So his margins are good enough because of their own products that they're able to.
And the zero customer acquisition.
You can't make money on X. So on Red Bull, because your margin obviously will be very limited. When you are baking croissants, it's another game.
Cool.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
No, I think it's been a really good session. I love the hyper growth of Yalla market. Of course, that's like coming with all of your experience in this industry, in food tech. And I like that you're supporting people who have an idea related to food tech, and you're kind of, becoming an authority in the space. So I'm very excited to see if you hit your goals in 3 years. I hope that you do. But thank you for your time, and thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was quite interesting conversation.
So if you guys are listening to this show, we leave a link to Yalla Market in the description below. You can go check it out to download the app, or it's also available on
InstaShop
and which other one did you say?
Talabat
as well. So if you guys like this episode, hit that like button, subscribe. It really helps us out, especially in the podcast app, because then Apple and stuff will start recommending this to other people, so that really helps us out. And you can follow us on our Facebook and Instagram channels as well to find out about which guests are coming up next.
And we'll leave a link to Leo's profile as well, so you can reach out to him if he has an idea, if you have an idea, and he may invest or give you really great advice. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, man.
All right, great.